Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Senior Airman Braden Anderson. You've heard two heads are better than one, but in this case, two military branches are better than one. Airman First Class Jourdan Barrons takes us to Osan Air Base, where they're putting out fires.
Marines and airmen are gearing up to tackle fires together. Each branch responds to fire emergencies differently, but by training together, both branches benefit.
Since we've been at Osan Air Force Base, we've been integrating with the Air Force Fire Department and building relations. Today we did structural training. Really lets us repolish those skills that we haven't used since the schoolhouse.
Training guided by the Osan Fire Department gave these firefighters the opportunity to learn different response techniques that will benefit them no matter what they face.
Long-term benefits are friendships, joint partnership, especially contingency ops. If we have to go down range and we integrate with the Marine Corps, we all are on the same page and we're trained together. They bring a lot of knowledge, different aircraft, different mission sets, so they bring a lot.
Although this training was not new, it did give these Marines a chance to polish up certain life-saving techniques for future emergency situations. Airman First Class Jourdan Barrons, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Marine aircraft rescue firefighters from Marine Wing Support Squadron 171 trained with the Osan firefighters for an entire month. Shoot, move, and communicate, all while having fun. Army Sergeant Alon Humphrey takes us to an arcade where it puts you in the heat of the moment.
Break away from the norm and experience more than just your typical arcade game. Killing Space, located downtown Daegu in D-Square Plaza, is a real survival simulation game that gives you more of a realistic feel.
This is a computer game. It has many sensors and lasers. Whenever you shoot, these sensors find out where the laser on the gun is pointing.
Playing a half game or a full game of 6 rounds, Killing Space makes you feel like you're part of the action.
It's similar like EST. It contains zeroing and range shooting, but didn't use the moving target, so I feel like I'm in real-world scenario.
Killing Space allows you to have fun in a close environment and grab a cold drink while your friends are entertained.
I hope that U.S. soldiers visit this place, come here to communicate and build close relationships with our society and people.
Army Sergeant Alon Humphrey, Daegu, Korea.
You can visit 5 locations in Daegu with 5 other locations throughout Korea. Because of the long-standing relationship and history between South Korea and the United States, there's bound to be a mixing of the two cultures. One perfect example is the Korean food known as budae-jjigae, or Army Base Stew. Army Sergeant Patrick Ferraris takes us to where it all started.
There's a street in South Korea with a history as strong as its smell. Budae-jjigae, or Army Base Stew, has its own street located in Uijeongbu. At one of the restaurants lining the streets, called Odang Shikdong, the history of the meal started at a food stall.
My grandmother founded this restaurant after the Korean War. She worked at a food stall, and Korean workers at the nearby U.S. Army base snuck Western meats to her and asked for her to make something different. My grandmother is now famous because her creation acted as a stepping stone to making this street what it is today.
Army Base Stew is one of South Korea's most popular foods, and it's definitely something for you to try at least once while you're here. At Odang Shikdong, the main ingredients, which haven't changed for 60+ years, are tofu, ground beef, sausage, spam, kimchi, noodles, and various vegetables. Mr. Kim says that American soldiers often go to his restaurant and he enjoys the mixture of the cultures.
I enjoy seeing them come in with their good Katusa friends, and they even come without Katusas. When the U.S. soldiers visit our restaurant, it is a big historic symbol, and I am always happy to see them because this specific food is linked to the U.S. Army since the beginning. I even learned a bit of English from the U.S. soldiers that would stop by here.
Outside of Uijeongbu, the budae-jjigae is made with different recipes. So if you want a real authentic taste of Army Base Stew, then you need to go to Uijeongbu's budae-jjigae Street, which is located right underneath the Uijeongbu Jungang train station. Reporting from Uijeongbu, South Korea, I'm Army Sergeant Patrick Ferraris.
Budae actually translates to military base, and jjigae means stew in Korean. The actions and words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. remain an inspiration for people around the world. At Osan Air Base, Korea, Senior Airman Chris Duckworth takes us to an event where Dr. King's memory was celebrated with actions and words meant to inspire others to carry on his legacy.
Team Osan took to the streets to march and to remember an American celebrated as a champion for all.
There can be no doubt that in American history, Martin Luther King Jr. stands out as a leader among door openers for equality. Men and women who knew the injustices of a society that deprived citizens of those inalienable rights described in the Declaration of Independence, who themselves were threatened, harassed, arrested, beaten, and even murdered for daring to confront the injustices directly, for daring to open doors that were closed to them and others like them.
After his memorial speech, General Brooks recognized some members who embody the spirit of Dr. King by awarding Team Osan's Living the Dream Community Service Awards. Senior Airman Chris Duckworth, Osan Air Base, Korea.
If you would like to know more about events such as Team Osan's Advancing Towards the Dream Observance, contact your local EO office. Most people enjoy traveling, and if the opportunity was there, most people would travel the world. Army Sergeant Matt Krohmer takes us to a special place where you can get a bit of Europe here in Korea.
Deep in the mountains of Gapyeong lives a little town called Edelweiss.
I just entered the Swiss village. Now I'm going to pass these guards so I can go check out Edelweiss Square, which has tons of different museums, little activities to do, and a lot of different kind of training. For me today, I'm going to do the fondue training because nothing is better than Swiss cheese. Visiting the places are actually really exciting, but actually taking part in the activities is where it's at. Work for my food, I guess. This is all I can say about this. This is worth coming out here to give this a shot. This is really interesting. This is really cool, and that is real Swiss cheese, and it's absolutely delicious.
Besides the activities you can try out, the different themed exhibits are very fun to see. There are love, Swiss story, cheese, chocolate, Santa, and Burn Bear exhibits, which all have their unique displays for you to enjoy. Burn Bears are the mascot of Edelweiss, and at their exhibit hall, you can see a gigantic burn bear at the entrance, and further in the exhibit, you get to dress up as one. Army Sergeant Matt Krohmer, Gapyeong, Korea.
There is another theme park called Petite France that is only a 40-minute drive from Edelweiss, where you can get a taste of France. That was your Around the Peninsula for this week. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us here at AFN, enjoy your evening.
Captain Brandon Carrius, I'm the PA for 1-5 Field Artillery. I think running is probably the most crucial thing in terms of being a soldier, because in terms of getting from point A to point B, we want to do it as quickly as possible. Injury prevention is very important for readiness in terms of making sure that soldiers are 100% ready, good to go with the fight tonight mentality. Anywhere from 300 to 500 miles wears your shoes down to about 50% of their cushioning or worse. Most people don't know this, but with every stride you take, anywhere from 1.5 to 3 times your body weight is the impact force that you hit the ground with. So furthermore with stride, most people hit with their heel first, and when they do that, all that shock is absorbed through their joints and through their bones versus running more on their forefoot or their balls of their feet. Fitness. There's no greater thing, no more simple exercise than running.